And hello, once again, welcome back to another episode of Tea at the Table, where it's the show after the show, and we talk about the cool shit we just did in the episode we just played. The episode we just played was called Pens Down, Fists Up, or rather, I guess now it's called Pens Down, Fists Up Part 1, because we now have a part 2 to that. So before we go into any of that, let's re-meet our well, no, we don't have to re-meet, because if you've been here, if you've watched the first one, then you know who we are. So if you don't know who we are, go watch the first one of these.
Why wouldn't they know who we are, though?
I don't. I know.
I know I bask in obscurity.
You bask in
I bask in
obscurity.
obscurity.
Yeah.
But all of y'all are icons. I'm an obscurity icon. I'm an obscurity icon. Once you find me, you know that you are the presence of a true icon. But all y'all are icons out there. So you should be known. So how dare you, listener, if you don't know them? How dare you?
You heard it from Bryn first. Like you should know.
You
should know.
should.
You should know.
You should.
Why are you scolding our listeners?
Because somebody needs to, sweet tea.
But I also think, depending on by the audience basis, that the five of us probably bring in, they're probably into it, so it's fine.
It's true.
Yeah.
True. That's true.
Oh.
I mean, I cannot find the lie. I'm looking.
I'm just gonna drink my water here.
I'm
They
searching for
probably
the lie, and I can't
Just
find
drink
it.
your water.
Yes, everyone should be out there drinking their water.
Yeah. But if you
Remember,
are
you hydrate or
a
you
listener-
dehydrate.
if you are a listener of ours who likes to be scolded, you should definitely subscribe to our Ko-fi page, where you can see
You
all
absolutely
sorts
should.
more.
For $5 a month, we will all just yell at you.
And I
Sure.
like that's a deal right there. I usually charge much more than that. But
I should charge.
for the Everbright, like I'll cut
For
you
the
a real
Everbright?
deal.
Did you drink your water? Did you take your medication?
Go get some rest right now. Oh man, and Diamond, when you put you gotta be careful when you put that voice on, please. Or not. I'm not your boss. Do what you want. I don't care. But you put that voice on, I don't know what to do with myself.
That was like
Voice.
the most
It's just my
immediate
voice.
backpedal.
It's just how I am.
I want a big fan like all y'all have. All y'all have these huge fans, and I just got my little ones that I can't find. No, I have one.
I don't have a fan, period, so you're ahead of me.
I'm a fan of you.
I
All you have
lost
to
so
do is
much.
I want a huge one. I want a huge one. I only have.
That's a nice one though.
It's a nice one, but now I want a huge one that y'all have that just have the wind power.
I feel like you
Apply.
can. I feel like you could probably commission someone to get you a fan with your logo on it.
You hear that out there? You hear that, people out there watching and listening? Get on that. Get Brynirsa a fan with a logo on it. Get in the comments and create a logo, and then make a fan with the logo.
Well, she's got a logo. She's got the little bear thing, right?
I don't. That's what I want to get, sweet tea. That's what I
All
want
right.
to get.
So first mission, design a logo. Second mission, use the logo to make the fan. Third mission, get in the comments.
So I think I made a mistake because that's our own little corner logo, right?
No, I want one that's similar. I want a little galaxy bear with holding a pink dice. That's a D6. That's what I want. For those of y'all that don't know, I'm sure I've said it a couple of places, how I got my username. Well, you have my name. And I was like, okay, when my sister used to be sick, because we're all medical monstrosities, she would call me and my brother Teddy 1 and Teddy 2 because we were like her teddy bears that would take care of her. So, but then I was like, Bryn Teddy. No. And then I was like, well, I like stars, and there's like an Ursa Minor and an Ursa Major. And Ursa Minor is kind of like a teddy, so Bryn, Ursa. And then I'm like, we gotta jazz that up a bit. And so I was like, Brynny. And I was like, the Y looks weird, so I'm gonna turn it into an I. And yeah, so
I like that. That's adorable.
the origins.
No, yes, we have Bryn's origin story now.
I love it. I love it. We get superhero origin stories here. I'm here for it. Yes.
This is
please.
fun. No wonder you'll have these.
Right?
I'm digging this.
It's
Good.
amazing.
Yes.
Yeah, snapping it open and close. Yes. Oh my gosh, I love it. We are so off the rails. So we had our first combat today. What did you guys think? First time doing combat with Fabula Ultima. How are you guys feeling about it?
It was good. It was good. Honestly, normally when I'm playing a new character in combat for the first time, I get hit with a lot of analysis paralysis, and I feel like I didn't really get that this time around. It's like I saw what was going on, and it was like, okay, I know what to do.
You were doing stuff, and that was very cool. Yeah.
It was very cool. And you pulling out with all of your like sayings, like you just had a monologue. You were ready. You have these witty combats. I was like, Malachi.
I think if Shakespeare were a combatant, it'd be Malachi.
Yes.
For the record, I had those pre-written before the game started. I'm not going to have a little monologue for every time I cast a spell.
No, that's still iconic.
That's pretty damned awesome.
It's
But
great.
What if I specifically want a monologue every time you cast a spell?
This is what you gotta do.
What if I really want that, sweet tea? What if that would
I
make
mean,
me happy?
And you can't
Yes.
disappoint Diamond. You can't.
I
do
don't
it.
want to
Yes.
disappoint
Can't do it.
Diamond.
You
I
can
wanna-
never.
I wanna make
Diamond's
Diamond
asking.
happy.
You do.
Sweet tea, I believe in you. I believe in your performance skills. I know you can do it. Just imagine.
Well, I guess I'm gonna have to write more mini monologues.
Yes, you are.
We're all competing to be voted for like favorite moments. Like that could be the favorite quality of your sweet Malachi.
Oh boy. Well, I guess I'm guessing gonna have to. Like I can't, guys. I can't disappoint Diamond.
You can't.
Can't do it. Can't do it.
It's against the law.
It is absolutely against the rules.
That's awesome. I'm glad. Yes, your monologues were on point every single fucking time, and it was great. And I definitely look forward to more of that. Definitely had me on the ropes with those, trying to figure out how to respond as the automaton. So yes, challenge me more, please, and thank you.
And Sphinx, those automatons.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
Brilliant.
What was the one I was simping over? What was that one?
I feel like that might have been the Harvester.
The
Okay.
Harvester, yeah,
I think that was the Harvester.
yeah. The Harvester's a bad mamma jamma.
Okay, that tracks.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, the Harvester is still up. You guys are going to be continuing this fight with Desi and the Harvester now, which like I when I set this fight up, I'm pretty sure I knew what I was doing, and then time passed, and I hadn't looked at the fight, the combat much until today, and I was like, all right, cool, I've got all these automatons. Wasn't looking at the names again, and then we got into the fight, and I'm like, you did damage against us. Why isn't it? Oh, right, that's what I did. Okay, I have to rethink how I do this now. Cool. So, but yeah, I'm excited for you all to fight Desi. Selkie, Selkie. Coming in with the bombs and just like leaning into that, like even when it went wrong, was clutch. Was so good.
I gave all of us a handicap with what was supposed to be a helpful round. But I was looking at everything everyone was doing, and everyone's pulling out this really cool shit, and you guys are all being such badasses, and the way you guys pull out with whole ass stories for your fucking, like, turns is beyond me. And I'm like, okay, I can't just stab someone. That feels underwhelming right now. And I also, I actually have to thank all of you guys for this as well. One of my things that I would get really hung up on in TTRPGs is taking up too much space or being too out there or talking too much or doing things like that. And that shows in combat by me being like, okay, I'm gonna kind of stick to this and try not to fuck anything up. But you guys are crazy as shit. I need to just put that out there. You're the arsonist. Don't look at me in that tone of voice when you are the arsonist. You dance people to death. That's crazy.
Or
Not
dance them
narcissist.
into bed with each other.
Not an inaccurate
narcissist.
statement.
No one died yet. And when
You
they
You
were
were
melted
yet.
an automaton's face.
he only went critical.
No.
It only went critical. It did not.
Cool. I'll check
Only
back in
when
with you.
critical.
I'll check back in with you when you've killed someone next session.
Yeah.
Because we
Better
all
not
know
kill
that's gonna
Desi.
happen. No. I think this one's gonna kill the harvester. But that's just there's my prediction. Everyone put your predictions in the comments of who's gonna kill the harvester. I think it's gonna be Lysandra. Personally, with a very high runner-up being Jody. Malachi, I think you're gonna be a little too focused on not killing your girlfriend to be.
I've already used my giant beam attack. I'm very low on mana right now.
Do you
So
only
I'm not-
have the one?
So I have what? I think it's like 65 MP total, and that beam attack took 30 of it.
That's fair. Grant, you did a fair amount of damage with that.
Did.
That was phenomenal.
I was extremely lucky with those. I managed to hit all 3 times. That was
8.
insane.
And leaned right into like figuring out that thing's vulnerability. Like that was pretty dope.
Oh yeah, could you explain the vulnerability? So did it take like double the damage or
It
something?
took double damage.
So it ended up taking like 120 something.
Yup.
Damn.
Wow. Let's go.
Yeah. Oof. It is having a time. It's you haven't brought it into crisis mode just yet, but it's
Which is
awfully
terrifying.
close. It's awfully close.
That means it has like almost 300 health.
We stand. This is the game for that, sweet tea.
Yeah,
It's
I'm
like
just saying
a game
that
for that.
that's terrifying.
It's great. We're terrifying too, though.
That's true. That's true. Bryn coming in with the having Jody just straight up fly up and elbow drop automatons with the book shield is a move I didn't
Yes.
expect at all. Like
So
that
now
was
two of them.
that's gonna be dope. I am excited for that. And also, I give it to Selkie for coming in also with the voice mod and the voice for Blythe in its new form.
Oh, you flatter me.
Thank you for that. It was très good.
I haven't settled on whether I'm going to stick with that one or not, because Blythe is a robot. That can change.
Yeah,
So-
100%.
we'll see. I off of that note, but on to Jody in particular. So, I have a question for you, if you'll allow me to derail for 2.2 seconds. So, when I use the Fabula point to... Yeah?
Oh, there was a very loud sound from a room. So I was like, what did my cat just... You heard it? Okay. Okay, that means it's loud enough that I need to go check. Sorry.
You're good.
Chaos.
It is what happens. It is the price you pay when you have cats in your home. Instant chaos.
Immediately shows its face in the background.
I have been summoned.
So, with the reflect back, what I want to know is how... So I know Sphinx described it, but how did Jody feel in that moment? What was Jody thinking? How did Jody kind of react to and, like... I want to know how Jody interacted with it, in particular.
Oh, yeah.
As that happened to Jody, immediately her mind goes into analysis mode. Can this be replicated again? Jody's original position was a teacher to help students survive. So even throughout this battle, as everything's happening, she's trying to get as much data as she can. And so part of that, with that instinct coming in, she learned, I need to trust my instincts, which she did with her teacher here, but it's different because she's still learning this book that can turn into both this shield and an axe. And so when it started moving, she started watching it and just letting it go, because she's like, well, this is something that may happen again, or maybe this is something that I could wield. So the first step was analytical. The second step was just feeling this, because it's not a good feeling to deflect like a beam or anything in that she's not expecting, like physical things. When you deflect it, it's like you're using their weight. But this would have been power. So she was probably measuring this thumb like, oh. But still letting it go. And then there's a teeny part of her that's like, that's kind of cool. Just might have done something cool there.
Legit. Yeah, I like.
Did that answer
like
your question? Okay.
That was a really cool moment, and that was a fantastic use of the Fabula point.
Oh, it was so good. Thank you for using that point. Because I was content that I slid away. I was like, I didn't get hit.
You might have been, but I was like, no, you're cooler than that. Go.
You're cooler than that. I need at some point like to say that. I need it to happen.
Yes.
How did they feel being called buddy?
There was a lot that happened on that field that Blood didn't fucking know how to process. I wasn't expecting to make a friend. Wasn't expecting a weird camaraderie with these automatons, and then kind of like side-eyed anyone who was like, sack of bolts, just like, I feel
Oh, no.
kind of offended by it. Just like, was a little squicked out by Lysandra's melting of automata face. And then being called Buddy and Jody being like, oh, that one's gonna get ya. There was a lot of, me? What? Me? Huh? Like, it's actual responsibility. I don't, huh? So it was a gauntlet of squicked out to, aw.
That's dope. I like that. So I'm very interested in seeing how you all kind of work together to defeat this harvester and Desi. Having seen now how powerful both are, and having prevented kind of one of its major moves with the actually, you know what, let me take a quick look here. Yeah, it is its major move. It can only, okay, never mind. That's a thing I didn't realize. All right. Yeah, like as it took that round to charge, and then like Sweet Tea just going, nope. and that was fantastic, and you dazed it, and I'm here for that. Also, now the knowledge that like automatons can be dazed, so you can take that with you. That's a cool thing to note. But yeah, I'm very hyped to see how you guys will come together and make that work. I'm very curious as to, and as the storyteller in this, like, I don't know how they're going to react when this combat is finished, but seeing, you know, Desi, Carrera, and Duke and Callie Zephyrin's kind of responses to that is going to be a lot of fun, and getting to see what kind of comes next out of all of that. I've got some surprises lined up for the second part of this fight. So don't I mean, I was gonna say don't look at me like that, Selkie, but you can look at me like that if you like. It's fine. It's fine. I could give a spoiler or two, but I'm not going to.
Is this now ASMR?
Welcome to Tea at the Table, ASMR. Delicious.
This is probably rub like brushes on our microphones and whatnot.
We are going to be having tea today. This is from a cup.
Oh!
This is your reminder to drink water, you thirsty people.
Slurp that water down.
Oh my god. It's just gonna be clipped in something.
Likely.
I get
Very
yelled
likely.
at for using the voice, but you guys do that.
I feel I didn't use a voice though.
Yeah, I was just me.
I definitely used the voice. I did it.
I mean, if we want to use a voice, you can do that. We have the option.
Yeah, just don't yell at Diamond next time. The Diamond whips it out.
I'll
What kind of
protect you.
voice would you guys like to hear?
Oh! On a less sexy note, I mean, to bring everyone back from the precipice of thirst that y'all just launched them over, I feel like you Sparta kicked them, and you are not sorry, and that's fine. I I can say it here because I kept it kind of private on the episode. But I did give something for Sphinx to work with next session. Because whenever
Right.
Blythe's what is it called? I'm Inhuman. Neohuman?
It's your yeah.
Yeah, it's Neohuman. Anytime Blythe activates that, and Blythe can activate it at the beginning of a conflict of any kind, so it doesn't have to be a combat. You can just freak for no, like, apparent reason in a conflict and just go, but that then, gives, the storyteller, leeway to be like, hey, so you've done this. Here's your consequence. Here's something that's just gone wrong. Here's why it's fucked up for something now. Because it doesn't have to just poorly impact Blythe. It can impact the world around them, unfortunate allies, or, you know, anything in between. And I just... I'm sorry, it's flash bombed. You are, in defense, you guys are doing phenomenally, even for having been flash bombed in all of your senses.
I'm fine, thanks to Joe.
Oh yeah, you're doing great.
You got protected.
I'm still alive.
Yeah, as soon as you're like, I'm at critical, I'm like, cool, I gotta do the thing now. Because, like, I have to make sure I go first so nobody else hits you. Because, like, that's the reason I took the Ouroboros dance. Is because I can use it before or after an action, as long as it's still during my turn. And then someone goes immediately after me, thus skipping an opponent. I'm just
that was really fucking clever.
Yeah. Like,
That's
because I'm
really
just
great.
like, no, you're fighting one that's a little scrappy and a little too excited to fight you. You need a little bit, you need that health back. You got the mind points to do it? Cool, you're doing this, you're on deck now.
And so
I
just
appreciate it.
just as a bit of insight on how I choose the personalities, I have a mod in Foundry that whenever I pull enemies out of my little repository, it gives them an adjective.
Yes.
I automatically gives him an adjective. So we've got like commanding Clockwork Sentinel. That's how I made him commander. The elated Clockwork Sentinel, which is why he was so bouncy. The constant Clockwork Harvester, which is why he was so like, I'm gonna get you. The heavy metal Clockwork Sentinel, which is why I made him bulky, and then there's the shy one, which is why he became shy and I'm going to be friendly now. And I'm like, cool. I get to give them personalities, and it's a fun thing that like it's a thing I like to use. I've used it in my D&D campaigns. I use it with the other Fab Ultima games that I run, and it's just fun because I get to bring a little humor to these villains, and also just seeing the expressions when of response for everyone when they get to meet these like weird ass versions of NPCs that would otherwise just be kind of very dull and very like one note. I'm gonna go and hit you. Meh. But no, give them a personality. It's fun. It's how my daughter's campaign. They wound up kidnapping one of the kobolds that attacked them, and now he's the party mascot.
Precious.
That do be how it goes sometimes.
Remember, kids,
That
always
do
kidnap
indeed
your
be how it
mascots.
goes.
Indeed. But yeah, I'm excited for next session to conclude this combat and see where that goes, and then we can as they say, truly send you on your journey and have you start like actively exploring this world. So watchers, listeners, tune in next time to see how that all goes. We're gonna call it here. before we do, I'm gonna have everyone give me one thing. And we did this kind of last time or the time before, where we gave like one thing that we're looking forward to for the next session. And I'm gonna roll a die for this one. Actually, I'm gonna do it in Foundry because it's right here and it's easy. Go
Rude.
D4. I'm gonna start with Bryn.
Oh. I am looking forward to making some more interpersonal connections with my peeps here. With Jody connecting to Malachi, Lysandra, blah. I cannot say their name right for the life of me.
You just did though, I
You
think.
said Blythe.
Right?
That was right.
I feel like it's not. Okay. Maybe I'm thinking too hard about it, but I'm just looking forward because, because we've been thrust into a new world. Our bodies have changed, and we've been training, and now we're like, I'm just looking forward to talking to them, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now that we've settled, and yeah.
It's gonna make some of like the travel bits a lot of fun, I think. So yeah, looking forward to that. The travel and the camping. Oh my gosh.
Oh gosh. Why did you look back at me? Sorry. did y'all see what he just did?
I
He
did
stopped
not.
there and then he looked back at me, and that's how I was like, why?
It's like because I'm going to be trouble now, mother. All right, I like that. So next, okay, Diamond. What are you looking forward to?
At least as far as like the next part of combat goes, I'm very excited to see, like, because I think all of us have at least I think all of us have taken enough damage to where we're getting low on our hit points, except for you.
Yeah,
You didn't take any damage so far. You took one to the knees.
yeah,
But I'm interested to see, like, with all of us getting so low in health, if that is going to affect the way that the fighting tactics work with Desi and the Harvester. Because it's supposed to be non-lethal damage. Mm-hmm. And as far as my mental tracking goes, like, the three of us are all basically at crisis or near crisis with our health. We're getting there. Because I know Malachi was at crisis, then did a full heal, but then took damage after that.
yeah.
Jody's
Malachi is
also
back to
getting
crisis.
Yeah, I am.
I think Malachi's the only one in crisis, right?
I'm also
Malachi is the
Most
only one in
likely.
crisis. You're
I'm also in
close.
crisis.
You're
I'm-
like a hit point away from
can't
crisis
hit.
mode.
It's only because Fabula said to round down instead of up.
Fair.
But yeah, I'm interested to see like how that's going to also affect the battle. Because I've got 20 mind points left, so I can do either one big thing, or I can do, I think it's 4 small things.
Sure.
With what I spend my mind points on. So I can either like basically pull somebody with me on my turn, or I can do the big bang that I did with Umbra last time. But I can do it on them too, but that's all of my mind points. So it's very much like that kind of like picking and choosing, which I love when it comes to combat situations, especially learning new systems and knowing how to prioritize like what you're doing, but also seeing it's like where I'm going to end up in a lot of these like initiatives. Whenever people decide it's like, oh, I want to go now, it's like, cool, then I can wait. Because if it ends up being that we're going 2 rounds and then everyone's low, then it's like, all right, big bang time. Like, or if it ends up being that we're still doing and keeping like each other together, then it's like, cool, then it might be better to just spend those mind points to then bring somebody with me on my turn.
That's legit.
I can also do it, like I can call that before or after I make my action. So, and I have an action that doesn't require mind points because I have my staff. So, but yeah, I'm very interested in seeing how team dynamic is going to work, but also with us being lower hit points, especially with this being like the more serious section of the fight,
Yeah.
where we're all going to be focused on the same two opponents instead of our attentions being split.
That's legit. I like that. All right, so now I get to choose between Selkie and Sweet Tea. All right, Selkie, what are you looking forward to?
For that, I just need to tell y'all, please don't make me the last man standing. Don't do this to me. Don't do this to Blythe.
Well, I mean, you jinxed it now.
Not gonna win. That aside, what I'm looking forward to moving forward. So I'm looking forward to getting to know more world lore and getting to experience more world lore. Because thus far we've been thrust into this world and we've learned so much about like the little place where we've landed, and we've kind of gotten the here's your exposition. Go be a hero now. It's training time. And we've gotten close to these particular people. And I am just excited to see what happens when we branch out from that. But not only where, like, what happens at that point, where the fuck we go. I'm excited to find out, because right now it's this very nebulous concept of, cool, get there eventually, kill this thing. Where do you even start on that is kind of mulling around in my brain. But also on that same front of exploring and learning about the world, we have one of the other four after us already as a test, right? And I'm very much so keeping that test in mind, because by test, sure, we might die to this test, but it's also a test. It's not a hit job. But it's looking like the test is an army. And if the army is our first test, what the fuck are the other tests? So yeah, that's what I am looking forward to, and I guess simultaneously my worries.
That's a fair. That's very fair on both ends. Yeah. And we will round it off with Sweet Tea.
I feel like compared to everyone else's, mine's like super simple. Honestly, I'm just looking forward to more roleplay. Like, I want to get more, like, get more feel for everyone's like personalities now that we're kind of fitting more into this role that we've all been thrust into. It's like I'm really excited to see how our characters continue to develop personality-wise as we not only start to get more comfortable with our new abilities, but expand on them. It's gonna be wild. It's gonna be a fun time.
Yeah, that's gonna be exciting. I am looking forward to personally like thrusting you all into this world, getting you into some of these other levels, particularly some of the dungeon levels that I have planned, and getting you to meet and interact with the rest of these civilizations, or as many of them as we can. And getting to meet as many of the like major NPCs and major factions and things that we've created. And I mean, with a maximum of 20 sessions, I know we're probably not going to meet all of them, but there's bound to be some really really good faction interactions and some NPC interactions and some just good battle and creature interactions. I'm excited for you to see like the flora and fauna that Ayame and I have created for this world. It's a good time. And some of the NPCs that she's designed are some that she's definitely like extremely proud of, and I'm just proud of her for what she's done. So yeah, that is my hope. And if I have anything to say about it, and I do to some degree, but you know, you are all also characters, PCs, and players with free will. And you know, I go where your characters and you want to go. So we'll see how that all works out. But yeah, it's gonna be a good time, you guys. So remember, those of you watching, to hang out with us check out the episodes on wherever you get the podcasts. Always try to watch or listen to the episodes before you watch these things, because otherwise you're like, what the hell are they all talking about? It just works out that way. But until next time, thank you for hanging out with us. As always, keep walking the story path, and may the dice roll ever in your favor. We'll catch you guys next time.